Welcome to the first ever episode on Wrenches to Adventures. My name is Bryce, and in this episode we're going to be building our own custom front recovery points. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you enjoy. So when I installed my anti-rock sway bar, I had to remove the tow hooks that I had on the front of the Jeep. So the tow hooks that I removed are ones that I bought off Quadratec a couple years ago, and they mount in the same location that the front bumper does, and they kind of protrude underneath the front bumper. Well, the anti-rock mounts in that same location, so I had to remove them in order to get the anti-rock to mount in there correctly. So my plan is to build some recovery points that come off the front, and I bought some fabricator parts from Barnes and Dirtbound Off-Road, as well as my local metal mart and some hardware. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I've come up with and how I'm going to get recovery points back on the front of my Jeep. So here are the parts that I went ahead and bought in order to build my recovery points. So Dirtbound Off-Road sells these bumper brackets, which are really nice. They're really sturdy and will get the job done. And then from Barnes, I bought D-ring recovery points to weld to 2-inch pipe, as well as one of their gusset kits to help reinforce everything. I'll go ahead and I'll put all the links down in the description. So if you're interested, they're there and you'll be able to buy your own and build your own recovery points. Quick break, scratched my arm on this that I just cut. I love working on stuff. So what I went ahead and did is I notched the front bumper. That way it slides over the bumper brackets nicely. The whole idea here is there's going to be a 2-inch tube that goes between the bumper brackets where the shackle mounts will weld to. Everything is going to be really tight clearances between the front bumper and the tube. That way the shackle mounts can be protruding through the factory bumper where you'll be able to hook up the shackle. So I got the front bumper all bolted up. I wanted to get it all level and centered. That way I could center the tube behind the bumper. That way when the shackle points come through the bumper, they're centered along the ridge here. nice when your vision of what you're fabricating starts to take shape. As you can see here, I got the shackle mount mocked up, got one of the gussets mocked up. Everything is coming together quite nicely. Everything's gonna weld together really nicely. As you can see here, there's plenty of places to weld. Everything's gonna be nice and strong. That way, if I do have to be recovered or recover somebody else, this shackle mount will not fail. So just a quick tip. It's super important that you have recovery points. Make sure you know where your recovery points are in your vehicle. A lot of new vehicles either don't have them or they're hard to find. So just do yourself a favor, be prepared, and know where your recovery points are. So if you get stuck or if you need to help somebody that is stuck, you're ready for that situation. So as far as mine go, let's get everything all cleaned up. We'll get ready to weld it in and we'll see how it all turns out. All right, so here's the final product. Got all the gussets welded on, got the shackle mounts welded on. Everything's all cleaned up and prepped, ready for paint. I'm not the best at welding. I'm still pretty new at it, but I'm getting the hang of it. Some of them look really good, others not so much, but it's definitely gonna be strong. And I trust that it'll be able to get me out of a sticky situation if I need it to. All right, let's move on to paint. All right, so I got the recovery points fully installed. Everything's completely done. I couldn't be more happy of how this all turned out. It looks great. It's gonna function great. The last thing to do here is to install the front bumper, which will be the finishing piece. And all you'll see after that is the shackle mounts poking through and ready to be used. All right, so I got the front bumper installed. As you can see, it covers everything that I built except for the shackle mounts. This is exactly what I wanted to go for. Keeps that factory bumper on there and it all flows nicely. All right, so this is the end of the first episode. Thank you so much for tuning in as I tackled the recovery points on the front of the Jeep. I couldn't be happier with how they turned out. So in the next episode, we'll be focusing on the suspension. We are going to be replacing the shocks as well as addressing a number of issues that are wrong with the rear axle setup that I have currently. So be sure to tune in for that. Once again, thank you for showing up and checking out my YouTube channel. Don't forget to do all the YouTube things. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely will help me out a lot. Thank you so much again. Hope you have a great day.